Hey everyone, it's Rita with Everything Homemade, and I'm going to show you today how to make instant hot chocolate the healthy way. Tastes absolutely delicious, but definitely not full of all the fillers and artificial flavors and sugars that you will find in the commercial brands. But guess what? It will taste just as good. This recipe is my very own, and I made this combination up because it's our 20th wedding anniversary this year. And even though our anniversary is in November, we decided to do something special in September because November where I live is usually under snow, it's cold, and we thought 20th, might as well do something special. So we decided that we need to climb a mountain. And so that's exactly what we did. So we headed off to Grande Cache and we climbed a mountain with my son, who is a mountain climber. And what an experience it was. I honestly, there were some points where I thought there's no way I'm going to climb that cliff. I mean, we're going straight up. It was crazy, but such a great experience. When we got there, we were very hungry. I mean, when we got there, I did pack a lunch / supper for us to have. So my son made a fire and we had smoked sausages on flatbread and melted cheese. It was absolutely delicious, but I wanted something warm and I thought a nice hot chocolate would be the way to go. But of course, you're hiking, you don't want to carry weight of milk and all that, and I don't want to have, you know what, a store-bought instant hot chocolate with all that chemicals, because I'm very sensitive to chemicalized stuff, and I wanted just a really good instant hot chocolate, which I could not find anywhere. So I made up this recipe, and let me tell you, it is absolutely amazing, and everyone loves it. Like, everybody loves it. 4 ingredients, that is it. You can do many different kind of variations on this base recipe that I'm going to show you. That's what I'm going to call it. This, if you got this base, then you can add some cinnamon powder to it if you like, or some nutmeg. You can even do some dried vanilla sugar if you would like. You can take it from there and add whatever spices you want. If you like it a little on the spicy side, you know, add a little cayenne powder. But you have the base, and that is the most important thing, and then you can play with it from there. So I'm going to go through the ingredients, and then you're going to watch me mix it and make a cup of instant hot chocolate. So the first ingredient you need is milk powder. You need something to give it that nice milky taste. So I have whole milk powder here. That is the milk and the cream. It's dehydrated. You can buy this, or you can actually, if you got your own milk cows, you can just put some milk on a tray and dehydrate it yourself as well. So you can buy it, or you can actually make it your own. That's totally up to you, but I'm using whole milk powder, and I'm using 1 cup of it. The other ingredient is I'm using a ½ cup of cocoa powder, and then I'm using a 1/4 of a cup of carob powder and a 1/4 of a cup of coconut sugar. Now, let's say you really don't like carob powder, then instead of using a ½ cup of cocoa powder, up that through 3/4 of a cup of cocoa powder. I like the carob powder because I can cut the sugar, because carob powder naturally has this sweeter flavor to it, plus a chocolatey flavor. So instead, if you don't use the carob powder, then you need to up the sugar as well to around that 1/3 to a ½ a cup instead of a 1/4 of a cup. So hopefully that makes sense with these variations. I like cutting the sugar naturally, so I'm adding the carob. That's just personal preference. So once again, I'm just going to go through this really, really quickly. If you don't like the carob, use 3/4 of a cup of cocoa, And since you cut the carrot, you need to add a little more sugar to this, up it to about 1/3 to 1/2 cup, depending on your particular taste buds. I'm using coconut sugar, but you can use just plain white sugar. You can use brown sugar. You can use monk fruit sugar, whatever you like. Just make sure it's powdered, because the whole point of instant hot chocolate is for it to be in a powder form where you can either travel with it or you can shove it in your purse and have it at work or whatever, right? So it needs to be light, so nothing liquidy. And now to mix it up is super simple. So we're gonna add in that 1 cup of whole dried milk and just have a whisk here. In with the cocoa, in with a little bit of sugar, and in with the carrot powder. And so you want to get any kind of clumps out. Just going to break that up with my whisk. You don't have to, break every single clump. Just any larger ones, just kind of break up and you're done. Just make sure that everything is mixed in thoroughly. And that is how simple it is. You know what? You could go to the store and get cute little bags and fill those bags up per 1 cup portion and make an awesome Christmas present or birthday present for somebody like my son who loves hiking. You can make, something really cute with it. For proportion wise, this is 1/4 cup. So you want to take 1/4 cup per cup to 1.5 cups of hot water. So I'm going to take my favorite mug. I'm going to add in my powder. And then I'm going to add some water. Hot water, of course. And then I'm just going to mix it in. And it dissolves so beautifully. And when we were hiking and we're at that peak, that fire and then the hot water and this, chocolate tasted so good. Okay, so it mixes in really, really beautifully. Can you imagine this with, you could put whipped cream on top, marshmallows if that's the way you want to go. I was just thinking about it. You can get powdered coconut milk, and that you can replace if you got a milk sensitivity. So then we enjoy. Oh man, it is so delicious. So like I said, you can add any kind of spices to this, but it is so simple to make and so much healthier that you can actually really feel good about making this. And like I said, this recipe makes a lot of portions. And so I'm gonna portion these out and I'm gonna set them aside, so when I want an instant hot chocolate, all I have to do is boil water, pour it in, and enjoy. So once again, thank you so much for watching. And if you're interested in more recipes from me and my family, head to everything-homemade.com. There you'll find my 2 cookbooks, Everything Stevia and Everything Whole Wheat Sourdough. You'll also find my gardening series for kids and adults. If you love to color and learn, then this series is for you. It's called Color and Learn Gardening. Everything you need to know about how to be an excellent gardener for beginner level. So check that out. I also have my fiction series on there. Everything's on the website. Enjoy, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.